It's now time for 27 Minutes here on WJTS UPN 27. Members of the Dubois County Drug Enforcement Cooperative found the precursors.
It's Steve Isle.
Well, I don't have an estimate. We don't have. All red ones are the ones that contain the crushed up pills. You see on this end the fish tank aerators, the pumps, the little pumps down here on the end. They were inside that short round cooler. All those containers are of starting fluid that contains ether. That gotten information early this morning about an individual that was found at this house that we had felony warrants on, and that he was at this house and possibly manufacturing methamphetamine. We did get a consent to search the residence from the person that rents here. Entered the residence with a key, found Thomas R. Jones inside. And in the garage were all the precursors and the chemicals to manufacture methamphetamine. At that point, he was placed under arrest. Another female individual was with him. She was placed under arrest. And the state police methamphetamine lab were found in containers inside the garage. Also, there was a barbecue. The ones that contain the crushed up pills. You see on this end the fish tank aerators, the pumps, the little pumps down here on the end. Pulled away from there and just kind of secured the area and called for the lab team, and that's a call they're going to make. And we did not find any product. We did not look too diligently for that. That was something that the lab technicians will have to do.
Into the police car.
Again.
It's Steve Isle.
Threat of flammability when you're dealing with the chemicals that they're dealing with. But at this point, we did not find any liquids or any chemicals that or containers that had been opened or punctured. That's not to say that they weren't there, but we just didn't see any on our cursory walkthrough. When you deal with those sorts of things, you know, there's always a threat of fire because they are so highly flammable. Well, I don't have an estimate. We don't have any product as such that was found. The first one was for a D-felony possession of marijuana, and the other one was a civil court body attachment for $7,000 that was served on the individual. He's being held at this time on those charges, and additional charges are pending. As I told some of the others before, those charges could be enhanced because of the proximity of a school to here. There's a school within 700 feet. Stay tuned. We will have more 27 Minutes right after this. Wait. God damn it!
Okay. Last week, the annual Kiwanis Kiddie Carnival was held in Jasper. Tony Frick has more.
Samantha? All right. Samantha, working with Art and Archival, okay? Help him out.
It began as a backyard event, a kiddie carnival by Dr. Held's children to raise money for the hospital. The Jasper Kiwanis now sponsor the fun event, and in its 52nd year, the Jasper Kiwanis Kiddie Carnival is still a fun event that holds many pluses for its first-time visitors and repeating patrons, as well as for members and volunteer help.
Julie, we want to go on again.
While there, we discovered a few Springs Valley Bank employees enjoying the park and supporting the Kiwanis.
All right, you're not here for the rides then?
Well, I don't know. If they'll let me on there.
Okay. At lunch hour, and she says you come out almost every year. Now, why would you come out to? It can't be the rides. That can't be, can it?
Actually, it's my first time here for lunch.
Oh, really? It is.
Well, actually, we came because we work at Springs Valley Bank, and Terry Giesler is a loan officer there. I'm a loan officer there. We decided to come to support Terry. Yes, that's why we came for lunch.
Okay, he must be a hard worker here,
He's a volunteer today.
Yeah, he's volunteering here, yes.
Okay.
Year after year, members and neighbors also offer their support. We were told a crew from Jasper Lumber Company, assisted by Larry Haas, yearly sets up the stands in memory of Larry Lichty, who played a big role in building and designing them.
But when you go fishing, you go after the fish, and there's no fish.
The Jasper High School Key Club Director, Brenda Wagner, noted that over 30 members volunteer. Neighbors, area youth, and scouts also help provide fun as they earn their merit and service awards.
Come down that way and get a chance to throw those beanbags.
For some, it's a family affair, which calls for work, play, and special awards. Co-chair of the event, Bill Kaiser's family, were ready to help Dad and each other get the raffle wheel filled. We spoke to Bill about this year's prizes and the many who helped out and the purpose of the Jasper Kiddie Kiwanis Carnival.
Top prize is $500. We have decreasing amounts of money after that, and then we have bikes and fishing poles and radios and a small George Foreman grill and a basketball and a football. So
everybody gets involved in this, am I right? Business as well as employees?
We have great community support. We have a number of community businesses that donate food or prizes or give us discounted services, and then we have other vendors that give cash donations either for the prizes or to support the operation of the one-day carnival.
And the members go out and sell their raffle tickets?
Yes, we try to encourage all the members to take a certain amount of tickets, go out, and we try to assign them or at least find out businesses they're involved with or people they're involved with in the community to go out and sell the tickets, and they generally get a great response from all the people who they ask for ticket sales.
Come on, Alex.
A share of the funds goes to their international goal, where $1 provides enough iodine in salt for mothers in third world countries to save 20 children from mental retardation due to iodine deficiency. However, the Kiwanis Carnival's main focus is on providing money to help Riley Hospital and Jasper Memorial Pediatric Unit, and of course bring a time for fun to area children.
Things going out, but there's always a lot of groups that come back here every year too. Can you name some of the groups?
Yeah, one of the things we like to do in the afternoon is when things are slower a little bit and parents aren't off, that ask the daycare providers or the Park and Rec or other groups to come in and bring their kids, get a chance where there aren't a lot of other people here, and they have a better opportunity and better access to the rides. And so we make a special deal for them to come in, and usually for $2 or $3, depending on the size of the group and the number of kids, let them ride unlimited rides for a couple hours.
Now, that's because your main emphasis is youth to begin with, right?
Absolutely, Tony. That's exactly right. We want to see the kids come in, and the whole for the day, with respect to the rides and the other things going on, we don't really make any money. We set the prices low. You know, rides are $1 a piece, even as we generally pay for them. The other events, the fish pond and the rig toss, 50 cents. You know, and give prizes are a quarter. And so the idea is to give the younger kids an opportunity to come out and enjoy themselves.
Guys, follow me. Hold hands.
We discovered a bus of preschoolers from Kimball Kids and spoke to preschool lead teacher Lisa McWilliams.
Okay.
They're just having a great time.
And how long are you usually out here?
We'll be here from 11 to 1 today.
Okay.
We have great volunteers from our parents of our children in preschool, and they have volunteered their time from work or from whatever their schedule may have to help out. Okay.
Do you think the carnival's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. The children love it. You don't have to worry about it not being age appropriate, and it's well supervised. Is that what you want?
And it's great for the members and volunteers too.
We asked the members of the Kiwanis Club to take a 2-hour shift, but there are other people here that are here all day, and you know, everybody's getting a hamburger or a Coke and doing things. Plus, to see the kids and have a good time, and the smiles on their faces, running from ride to ride, or the squeal of joy when they get something out of the fish pond or they hit the beanbag toss. So there are a lot of pluses to being here and around all these kids.
Stay tuned, we're coming right back. Yep. It's now time for today's homeowner, brought to you by Kremp Lumber Company in Jasper.
Probably the best way to cut trim is using a motorized miter saw, but most homeowners won't have a saw like that. But Joe can show you how to use a handsaw and be just as successful.
The problem is when you're using a handsaw to trim only a ½ inch or so from the end of a piece of molding, the blade will flex and pop off the waste piece, leaving a ragged, jagged cut. The trick is to clamp a scrap 2x6 to a pair of sawhorses and then take your molding and clamp it in place. The idea is that the 2x6 will provide support for the molding, so as the blade's going through, the scrap piece, the waste piece, will be supported. Use long, straight, smooth strokes, cutting all the way through the molding and partially into the 2x6 scrap. The result is a nice clean cut with no splintering.
Now you can also use this technique for cutting floorboards or lattice molding or almost any kind of small piece of wood.
The baseball season will continue for the Jasper Wildcats. When we come back in sports, we'll look back at a very successful regional. Yep. In sports, Jasper Wildcats are currently playing in the semi-state round of the 3A baseball tournament up in Noblesville. The Wildcats got to the Final Four after 2 impressive wins over Madison and Mount Vernon last week. Jasper pounded Madison 10-2 in the much-anticipated regional showdown at Rookser Field. The Cats started the scoring in the third. They get 3 runs. Phil Schwank walked to start the inning. Ben Schmidt reached on an air, then Brandon John hit a ball up the middle for a 2 RBI single. John later scored on an RBI triple by Chris Schmidt, and the Cats were on their way. They get 2 more in the third as Matt Kiefer doubled to start the inning. Jason Wolf had a big RBI single in the frame as well. Jasper then scored 3 more in the fourth. Matt Kiefer ripped an RBI single. Neil Giesler then singled, as did Phil Schwank, who knocked in a run. The Cats then played long ball for their final 2 runs of the game. Brandon John scorched an opposite field homer to right field before Ross Sheeter cranked a home run to right field as well to close the scoring. It was Sheeter's 3rd home run of the season. Madison added a 2-run homer from Chris Bass in the bottom of the 7th, but that's all that Phil Schwank would give up. The senior right-hander fired a 6-hitter. Jasper goes to the regional championship game with a 10-2 win over Madison. In the championship game, Jasper unloaded on Mount Vernon 15-3 in 6 innings to win the 3A regional at Rookser Field. Mount Vernon scored first in the bottom of the first to take a 1-0 lead. After that, it was all Jasper. They tied it in the top of the second as Phil Schwank singled, went to second on an air by the center fielder. Then Brandon John doubled to right field. The Cats get 3 in the 3rd inning. They play little ball as Reggie Hayes had a bunt single. So did the next hitter, Matt Kiefer. Neil Giesler then gets an RBI single. Then with 2 outs, Ben Schmidt adds a single to get Kiefer home to make it 4-1 Wildcats. Mount Vernon cuts it to 4-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Then Mount Vernon makes it a 4-3 game in the bottom of the 4th on a solo homer by Dwayne Lawrence. Jasper then starts the rout. They hit Mount Vernon with a 5-run salvo. They chase starter Brian Rieger. Then Jay Bell, the Mount Vernon ace, could only last a 1/3 of an inning as the Cats get 5 hits in the inning. Hayes and Kiefer again get bunt singles to start the inning. Neil Giesler hits a sacrifice fly to right before Ben Schmidt hits a line drive rope home run to left field, his 4th of the season. Brandon John then singles up the middle before Jason Wolf hits a towering bomb to left field for his 1st round tripper of the season. A 2-run shot, and the Cats win up 9-3. Jasper added 6 more in the 6th. Neil Giesler had an RBI double after Hayes dropped down his 3rd bunt single of the game. After Phil Schwank was hit by a pitch and Ben Schmidt walked, Brandon John went opposite field for the 2nd straight game, a 3-run home run, his 5th of the season. In the game, Jasper had 15 hits on the night, and Terry Gilbert loved to see that offensive production once again.
I thought we did a good job of taking what they gave us, and that's if it's a pitch away, we drove it that way, or we really have been trying to work on when a pitcher does make a mistake, you got to hammer it. And early in the year, we were taking that pitch, it'd be a belt fastball, and we'd watch it. And so we're doing a better job of recognizing what pitch to hit, and they've worked very hard on it. It's not an accident, and I'm just really proud of the way they attacked the ball instead of trying to hit tentatively, and I think that was a key as well.
Mark Sanger picked up his 9th win of the season on the mound. He goes the distance, giving up 6 hits. Jasper now 28-6 and on to the state semifinals. Coach Gilbert said this team has come on.
You look at a team and you realize it's capable. Any team, I think, that plays good, sound baseball will always have a chance. You don't know what's going to happen, but we were not concentrating for 7 innings. And we played 5 out of 7. And we've really done a better job of improving the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. We played better sometimes there, and I think that's been a big key as well. But when you work hard and you're unselfish, and I've said this before, we've got right now 19 kids that have accepted their role. They're making us better in practice, and they feel a part of this because they are a huge part of this, and that's every one of the players and managers.
You can see all the state finals action from Noblesville and hopefully Victory Field Sunday at 1 right here on WJTS UPN 27. That will wrap up this week's edition of 27 Minutes. For the entire UPN 27 crew, I'm Kurt Gutgsell. Have a great weekend.